Hello friends, welcome to Top Career. This is Muhammad and today we're going to have a Q&A session with one of my students. He is Mr. Dakshin Kothekar. He is right now studying in Canada, pursuing his master's degree in civil engineering. Hello, Dakshin. First of all, I would like to introduce you. He is Mr. Dakshin Kothekar, whom I have talked about. So we will have an interaction with him to know regarding the studies in Canada. So let's start. Dakshin, tell us about your university and your course, what you are pursuing currently.
Yeah, hi, I'm Dakshin Kothekar. I'm right now currently pursuing my master's in civil engineering at University of Windsor. University of Windsor is offering a wide variety of courses like in engineering field, biotechnology, electrical, mechanics, sports, kinematics, drama, and many more. So there are like lots of courses in University of Windsor.
Okay, that's good. So before taking admission, you might have done any research regarding the other universities and all those things. So why you
Yeah.
choose this university particularly?
Yeah, I chose University of Windsor because it offered a very good quality of education. And when I talked with the past alumni of the university, they also recommended it to study in the University of Windsor. Alongside it, it is located in a very beautiful and small city of Windsor, which is very less expensive as compared to many metropolitan cities like Toronto, Ottawa, etc. And which is very ideal for students because it's cheap. And talking about the
Okay.
weather, as many might know that Canada is a cold country. So
Yeah.
Windsor City is very hot compared to like Toronto and Ottawa.
Yeah. So tell us about the admission procedure. That is, have you given any entrance exams or how was the admission procedure? Can you shortly explain it?
Yeah, sure. For getting admission in Canada or in US or any other university, you need to pass the IELTS exam. There's different criteria of university. As there are different criteria of university, I will talk about it later. The admission process of the university is very simple. They have an online portal through which we have to apply and upload and all our documents and wait for the result. Meanwhile, if our application is getting processed, if the university has any doubt or if they need any other document or something like that, they will notify us by the email and we will get to know. And talking about the IELTS, there are like many different criteria of different universities. Like our university considers 6.5 IELTS as the minimum level. We need to score about
Okay.
6.5 IELTS. Yeah.
And any other exam like GMAT or GRE or something like that?
No, actually, GMAT comes for the management background, someone who wants to pursue like management or like go into that field. And GR is not compulsory in Canada. It's mostly preferable who want to pursue masters in US.
Okay. So only IELTS is enough for the admission in any of
Yes,
the university in Canada,
yes,
particularly for master's degree.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay. That's good. So can you tell me about the visa requirement that what are the things that are mandatory for getting visa and other things, and also about the expenses?
Yeah, sure. The visa requirements are very clearly mentioned on the SDS visa application website. So SDS means direct platform through which we need to get in admission in any college or any university in Canada. It's common way only. We need to have at least 6.5 IELTS band in IELTS, and we need to make an investment in a Canadian bank and pay the first year fees of any university or college before applying for the visa. And talking about the
Okay.
expense, the approximate cost of expense per year in any university or college in Canada is 8 to 9 lakhs in Indian rupees.
That is the expense of the tuition fees.
Yes, yes.
Okay. The expense of living and all those things will be additional.
Yeah, as I told that we need to make an investment in a Canadian bank. It is called as GIC. So what GIC is that we need to already deposit $10,000 into a Canadian bank over here. As soon as we reach to Canada, we will open that account and 10,000 rupees will be given to us like in every at the end of every month. So we can survive at that. GIC income.
So, do the university offer any scholarship to the students? And if someone wants to have this scholarship, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, some of the universities apply, they give scholarship to the students for the application, and they also give them like half of the tuition fees and everything. But my university doesn't offer any scholarship for international students. And
Okay.
someone who has scored a very excellent marks in IELTS and very good academic score can apply for the scholarship in the university which he has applied, or in any college he wants to get admission.
Okay. What are the basic requirement? What does they look for admitting a student? That is, apart from academic performance, what are the other requirements?
Actually, they also look, the main criteria is the academic only, nothing else. But they also look like the if the person has some practical knowledge, like he has done some internships, or he has done jobs somewhere else, or many other things like he has performed internships, or he has done some software training, or etc. There are also considered under criteria of admission.
Fine. So now tell me about the study culture over there. That is, what is the difference between studying over here in India and over there in Canada? What difference
Yeah.
you have experienced?
Yeah. The study culture over here is really more about the practical concepts than the theoretical concepts. Practical learning approach really makes a difference between when we start hunting for the job in the market, and the one who has gained experience from India surely will be good here for finding the job and having a good theoretical concept.
Fine. So you are enjoying over there the studies
Yeah.
compared to
Yes.
India. You spend the 4 year over here for your bachelor's degree, and now you are there for master's degree.
Yes.
Now tell me about something about your residence, where you are living, and what are the different options that are available for a students to live over there.
So we have rented a house between few boys, and we prefer to cook our own food. But there are options of hostels and residence offered by the university. So we can, someone who wants to stay in hostel can stay in the university hostel and can uh, have food from the mess. And we prefer to cook our own food because we don't get our Indian style food anywhere. And but there are also
Okay.
tiffin services available very easily for the students who don't prefer to cook, and they are also very cheap and affordable for everyone.
Okay, that's good. Can you tell me about the expenses of living over there?
Actually, expenses very differ from very city to city. Like Windsor is a very cheap city, so my approximately rent is only 200. Whereas if you go to Toronto, the rent becomes double. It becomes 400. So expenses vary from city to
You're
city.
talking in terms of dollar.
Yeah, in dollar. Sorry, in terms of
Okay.
dollar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it becomes different from city to city. So it's not like any. We need to do research before coming to the university about the expenses and everything else.
Now, can you tell me, have you faced any kind of problem over there? And if you faces any such problem, whom do you approach for the help?
Until now, I have not faced any such difficulties that I'm unable to tackle. Before there, because there is a huge Indian community over here who is always ready to help us in every step. Like there are some Gujarati Samaj also who are some Swaminarayan people also here. There are some Sikh people also over here. There is also a Muslim community also over here. And there are also every temple, Gurudwara, mosque also over here in our city. And in every city there are some communities like this which are always ready to help newcomers who come to this country and city.
Okay, so you also have some social gatherings.
Yeah, we used to have it before the pandemic. Like in the Swaminarayan Mandir, we used to have it every Saturday, and there were some dinner. They organized some dinner. They also organized some gathering, and there were different in different. There was also gathering in mosque and Gurudwara in every Sunday morning. But due to this
Okay.
pandemic, everything has stopped right now.
Yeah. That is the thing everywhere. Finally, I would ask you to give some tips. That is, uh, uh, from your point of view, what are the important things that a student need to have in his or her mind if they are planning to come Canada?
Okay. So first of all, choose your appropriate university that helps international students in every way. Like University of Windsor also has a huge group and different like clubs for the Indian students as well as Asian students that helps everyone who is in difficulty. Like if someone is not able to find home, someone is not able to get food or something like that, University of Windsor is always there to help a student. Like like that, please choose your appropriate university or college before coming to Canada. And the second most important thing is please have a good roommate or some good friends who is always able to there, always are over there to help you in any situation if you are facing. So these two are the most important things when someone is living in any abroad city or if someone is coming into Canada.
Fine. So, thank you so much, Dakshin, for sharing such valuable information that will be very useful for the students that are planning to go for their higher studies in Canada. Thank you so much, Dakshin.
Sure.
So if you enjoyed watching this video and got some useful information, then press the like button, to subscribe our channel and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.